Welcome to Mosse Cyber Security Institute. My name is Benjamin Mosse and I'm the founder of the Institute. I'd like to welcome you to our channel, and today I'd like to share with you 5 tricks and tips that will make you a better red teamer. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole argument of what's the right red team or the wrong red team, but today my tips are going to be there to give you an absolute unfair advantage against almost any target you may go after in your career. So let's get into it. Tip number 1 is to find out in advance, before the engagement, what security defenses you'll go against. Find out what antivirus software they're using. Find out what EDR software they've installed. Find out, do they have application whitelisting, and so on and so forth. If you can get all this information in advance, you're able to test your malware and your tradecraft against these components, find bypass techniques or confirm that you're capable of bypassing them. And then when you arrive on site or when you'll do your attack from the internet, basically you now have an unfair advantage that will allow you to be more successful than otherwise. Tip number 2 is to hit your target with something they have never seen before. In other words, be completely unpredictable. Most organizations that have a cybersecurity plan, what they've done is they've invented themselves a story as to how they're going to be attacked, and then they've decided to invest where they thought it would happen to them. If you're unpredictable and you hit them with something they've never seen before, chances are you'll simply face no resistance to succeed. And so again, if you can find a way to do something they've never seen before, but that is still considered a valid red team within the parameters of the engagement, then your chances of winning are just so much higher. Tip number 3, and this one is really important, is don't be a one-trick pony. Now, I say this while laughing because what I see too often is that people only have 1 or 2 methods as to how they do a pen test or how they do a red team. In other words, they don't have enough tradecraft available to them. And the moment they face one roadblock or they face one defense that they can't bypass, then that's it. They're out of options. You should have under your belt at least 15 different types of reverse shells that you can call upon at any time. You should have probably 10 ways that you'll be able to get credentials on the network. You should have 5 to 10 methods that you can exfiltrate and see to the internet. That way, whatever you face, you will have so much tradecraft available to you that you can always change technique on the fly as you're being blocked or you're being detected. Tip number 4 that I'd like to share with you is for people that are a lot more advanced, and that is to go out, find the malware samples of the best APTS that have ever been detected by the industry, reverse engineer parts of these binaries, and ask yourself, how was it that this APT was so successful? There are threat actors out there that hack dozens of organizations worldwide, and they go undetected for 5-10 years. There are plenty of awesome things to learn by looking at their tradecraft and copying it. And finally, my last tip, and I hope you'll have a bit of a laugh at this one, but it's arguably one of the most powerful strategies that you could use as a red teamer, and that is to attack the human. Now, in this context, I don't mean attack the human as in try to do a spear phishing or some sort of social engineering. Not at all. What I mean is for you to find attack patterns and vulnerabilities that are going to cause the maximum political chaos in your target's organization. Here's what happens when you're a red teamer. You come in, you attack them, and you present your report. And what ends up happening is that they would have been probably 10, 15, 20 people that would have been in charge and being paid for, defending the network against the things you've done. And so they're going to be put aback by your findings. You want to figure out exactly what you can get away with, that politically they so disorganized, they so maybe embarrassed by your findings, that basically they'll never be able to fix any of the vulnerabilities you've been able to exploit to win. And if you find gaps that because of bureaucracy, internal conflicts, basically human rubbish, you'll be able to come back next year, redo the same attack in the exact same way, and chances are it will work again. And guess what? The best attackers do this. They have a way of operating where they cause some level of chaos on the network, but not too much that they annoy the wrong people, and so there's not investment to try and stop them, for example. Or they exploit gaps that people can't organize themselves to be able to fix because it's too politically complex. So I hope that these 5 tips will help you. I'd like to wish you to have a lot of fun on your next red team. And if I was you, and if you've enjoyed this video, just take these tips one at a time, implement them, and then figure out how they're able to help you become a better red teamer. Have fun and see you on our channel.